in a small neighborhood, where Christmas lights sparkled like fallen stars, lived Rocco, a big dog with dark fur and a noble gaze. Everyone knew him. He walked the kids to the park, watched over the shops at dusk, and was always ready to comfort anyone having a bad day. He was the unspoken guardian of their little world, a silent hero with a wagging tail. But that December, something was different. Rocco had been watching Matteo for weeks. Matteo was new to the neighborhood, a quiet boy who always walked with his head down. His family had recently moved due to financial troubles, and he didn't know a soul. Though he tried to smile, Christmas felt colder than ever. He felt invisible, lost in a sea of festive cheer that wasn't for him. One afternoon, as snow fell gently, blanketing the world in a soft white, Rocco approached him. Matteo, startled by the large dog, cautiously reached out a hand. Rocco sniffed it, wagged his tail, and sat beside him as if he'd been waiting for him all along. That simple gesture was the beginning of a silent but powerful friendship. From that day on, Rocco became Matteo's shadow. He'd wait for him after school, trot alongside him to the park, and lie at his feet when sadness clouded the boy's eyes. Rocco didn't need words. His presence was a warm, steady promise that Matteo wasn't alone. Slowly, the neighbors started to notice the unique bond between the boy and the dog. And then, something beautiful happened. Wherever Matteo went, other dogs from the neighborhood would follow, as if Rocco had summoned a small canine brotherhood to protect him. A fluffy poodle, a scruffy terrier, and a gentle old golden retriever formed a furry entourage around the quiet boy. It was an unspoken message from the neighborhood's four-legged residents. You are one of us. The night of December 24th arrived. The neighborhood gathered for its traditional lighting of the great tree in the town square. It was the heart of their Christmas celebration, a moment of shared joy and wonder. But Matteo didn't want to go. He felt like an outsider, an intruder in their happy traditions. The cheerfulness of the season only highlighted his own loneliness. He opened his front door, planning to stay inside, but stopped. There on his porch sat Rocco, right in the center, surrounded by the other dogs. They all looked at him with patient, knowing eyes, their tails giving soft thumps against the wooden planks. Their collective gaze seemed to say, "Come with us, you belong." For the first time in weeks, a genuine smile spread across Matteo's face. It was a small, fragile thing, but it was real. He stepped out, and his furry escort fell into formation around him as they walked toward the square. When they arrived, something unexpected happened. The neighbors, seeing Matteo arrive with his Christmas pack, didn't just glance his way. They approached him. Their faces were warm and welcoming. A little girl offered him a steaming mug of hot chocolate, her eyes wide with curiosity about his canine friends. An old man who had been watching the boy and Rocco for days gently placed a hand-knitted scarf around his neck. The baker, her hands dusted with flour, pressed a small package wrapped in red paper into his hands. "Merry Christmas," she said, her voice kind. At that moment, the giant tree lit up, casting a magical glow over the entire square. The crowd gasped in collective delight. Light danced in everyone's eyes, reflecting the colorful ornaments and twinkling bulbs. Matteo, holding his warm chocolate, stood in the middle of it all, no longer on the outside looking in. He was a part of it. His eyes now shining brightly, filled with tears, not of sadness, but of overwhelming gratitude. He knelt down and wrapped his arms around Rocco's big, furry neck, burying his face in his fur. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. "You brought me home." The neighbors watched, their hearts touched by the scene. They realized this wasn't just about a new kid fitting in. It was a powerful reminder of what Christmas truly means: community, empathy, and the incredible, unspoken magic of the bonds that our animal companions help us forge. It's about seeing someone who is struggling and reaching out. Whether with a kind word, a warm drink, or the silent companionship of a loyal friend. From that night on, Matteo was no longer the new kid. He was Matteo, the boy with the pack of guardian dogs, a beloved part of the community. And Rocco, proud and steadfast, remained the guardian of the neighborhood. But he was also something more, the quiet hero who won Snowy Christmas. Brought humans and dogs together in a collective embrace that no one would ever forget. He showed them that sometimes the greatest gifts don't come in boxes, but on four paws, with a wagging tail and a heart full of unconditional love. Thanks for watching. If this story warmed your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that celebrates the amazing connection we share with animals. We'll see you in the next video.